Hey, did you know that the next trail has events on it? The nice thing is that if you go on the app and look up an event, you can actually see information about that. But if the event happens to be something that has a lot of stops to it, maybe it's a poker run or something like that, you can actually use the app to set up a route so that you can go to all the different spots on that event. So let me go on the Next Trail app here, show you how to find events, and then show you how to set up a route to get to all those hot spots.
All right, let's take a look at how to not only find events, but then actually create a route to hit a bunch of the pit stops. I'm going to go to the upper left and hit the hamburger, the 3 lines up there. I'm going to say View Events, and then you can see there's actually 3 events in the app. The one I'm going to look at is PB&J's first annual Halloween poker run. Sounds like fun. So what I'm going to do is, or what you can do now is with an event, you can hit that More under the event, and you'll actually see all of the details about where it starts, what time it's at. You'll see all the pit stops. You can go to their Facebook page and see more details if you want. But that is where you can get more information about the actual poker run. But now one of the nice things in the app is if you look at next to the type event, right next to it, that little symbol of the arrow in the sign, which is the same symbol as up at the top of the screen there. If you touch that inside of this event, it will actually preload your navigation list with all of the pit stops for that event. So let me just hit close here to close that screen. And you'll see up at the top, it lists all 13 of the different stops that are in that poker run right now. So the first thing I want to do is actually create a different starting point. Number 1, user location, it would start where I'm at right now. I actually want to start where our ATVs are. So I would just tap on user location. I would say to replace it. When this screen comes up, you could do a bunch of different replacements, but I'm going to just hit select on map. And then I want to start like right about here. So I'll put the bullseye there. I touch it. I say add stop. And now it says the tap location is my number 1 starting spot. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do, just zoom out a little bit here, is I'm going to actually generate the route that's kind of been default put into here. So the app goes through and tries and finds the quickest way to everything. Right now, it'll be 159.72 miles. So a little bit far for a day of riding and stopping at some locations. So I'm going to just take out some of the longer ones, longer away pit stops. I know they're further away than that. I'll start up here and I'll just hit delete. This one here, second one I'll get rid of, AA bar, get rid of that, Boondocks. Not that these aren't good places, I just know that they're quite a ways away from where I'm starting. So I just got rid of a few, we're down to about 8 stops now, that seems a little bit more manageable. I'm going to just hit generate routes again. Again, we were at 159 miles, I'll generate the route. And now it says it's at 58.94 miles, so a little bit more reasonable for a day's run. Let me just zoom out a little bit more, and you can kind of see where the run would be. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's all of the different spots. So instead of doing it this way, maybe I can shorten this up a little by switching around 2 and 3. And see it has me going up to 2 and then back down to 3 and then over into that cluster there. So what you can do to move around things is simply number 2 there, 4 Poles Joe. I'm going to just tap and hold it, and I'm going to just slide it down 1 spot. So now number 2 is, they just flipped it on the map there. You can see it took away my route because now it's different. So now I'm going to just generate the route again. Remember it was at 59 miles or whatever it was. So now we'll just have it generated again. And now we're at 40 miles, which is much more reasonable for a day of riding. And it's kind of a nice ride. We're going to ride a little bit on the trails out to number 2, then up to number 3 there, a couple longer rides, but then we get into that cluster to kind of end the day. So this will be what I do. The next thing all you have to do now is when you're ready to start riding, you hit start navigation. It asks you if you want to record the trail. We don't have to. You don't have to name it, so I'll just hit cancel. And now you are off navigating on that route that the app created for PB&J's Halloween poker run out on the Next Trail.